Hey everyone, we are here today at Nature Inspired Therapies. We caught Jen Baker at Reno Startup Week, and now we get her for a few minutes before she flies off on an adventure that she's going on. So we have been around, and I did get to do the red light therapy. You guys have so many cool therapies here, but I want to know from you, like, what inspired Nature Inspired?
Sure.
Yeah.
What inspired it is my whole life I've had different challenges. And so if everyone I cared about, right? When you care about someone, you care about what's going on with them. And
Right.
there was a lot of answers that weren't brought to us from, talking to our doctors. Our doctors didn't have a lot of time to sit and talk about what was happening. We women
Right.
share a lot, and when we share our challenges and our problems, we tend to want to find solutions. I'm a solution provider,
sure.
come to find out. I love to dig into a good challenge of, I don't really care what kind. So for me, it was digging into people's health challenges because I cared about them personally. It was my own health challenges that brought me a bunch of answers. In the early 80s, I started studying natural wellness, medicines and cures, as they would, and the books all said that. So Dr. Wheel and Dr. Chopra and several other doctors that I can't even remember, but all the books that I could get my hands on for natural healing, I did. And so I read a lot about herbs, a lot about heat, and that's what helped me with my chronic challenges. So it was
Herbs and
awesome.
heat. Yeah.
When I was 8 years old, they bought me a waterbed. It was the greatest thing they ever did because I had chronic back pain already.
Okay.
I had a car crash when I was 2 months old. So
Oh gosh.
the pain as I was growing was insane. And so we had knee problems, all girls, I think all boys and girls, as you grow, you have ligament challenges. And they're like, it's okay. And they just want to give you Tylenol or something like that. And those things just didn't work for my body. So I had to find other ways to make myself feel better. And that's really where it started, is as a child. I was trying to figure out other ways to do things because my body just didn't want to adjust.
So you were looking into these things as a child to try to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. And when you stick your feet in the dirt in a hot day, like on the spring day when the sun's out, and you dig your feet into the dirt and you go, ooh, and you get those goosebumps in your body, you start realizing there's something to that. So honestly, that's where it started as a child.
Oh, interesting.
Since then, the older I got, the more I heard from other people of challenges they were having, and I started looking into more answers. I was like, well, if this works, then maybe this will work for you. And so my whole life, even though I did, big business things, I ran casinos, I did policy work and political consulting and business and speaker and books of my own. On the private side, I've always been into natural wellness and gadgets, kitchen gadgets, wellness gadgets has been my thing.
Kitchen gadgets and wellness.
Kitchen gadgets is what started the gadgets. Yes, I'm not
kitchen
gonna lie.
Wellness gadgets?
No,
or they're two different
it just
things?
started 25 years, 30 years ago in kitchens. I realized every gadget that I found, I was like, oh, I could play with that in the kitchen. I loved it, and so I would buy gadgets. And then as gadgets came available, I call them gadgets because why not? It makes it more fun, right?
Right.
These modalities are amazing tools, but they started out with little vibration tools and little, I'll show you as we go through, there's a little comb thing that you can comb through your hair and it'll just send all your energies off the hook. It feels amazing, gives you goosebumps.
Oh, interesting.
So these are gadgets. They're little,
I
don't know, at the store you could buy them for 20, 30 bucks. No big deal. It was easy. And as they grew, obviously you get some more really amazing tools from just wellness and healing.
Right.
And so I've always been into what can I use? That's the answer, always. As we grew, it just evolved into more. I knew when I was done with my political policy and that part of it, when I felt like I had done enough, done enough one way or the other.
How long were you doing that for?
I was going to leave when I turned 50 to come and do this.
Okay.
So that was always my probably 15-year plan.
All right.
And I said, I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know what it'll look like, but this is what I wanted to do. And I put it together over the last 15 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was kind of exciting.
But this hasn't been open very long, right?
No, in fact, technically opened July 1 of 2024. So
okay, so a little over a year.
15 months ago.
I feel like I remember that because I feel like I met you guys at some kind of expo of some sort you were at.
Yeah.
Maybe it was at a casino here in town. We are in Reno, after all.
It was the
Something or
Bridal
other.
Expo.
The Bridal
Am I
Expo.
right?
I think that's, yeah, that
Yeah.
seems right.
Yeah.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shirley and I have been friends we worked together in the business world, right, for many years. And so she said, I want you to come do this. And I said, we're brand new. We really don't need a lot of leads right now. What we
Yeah.
need is to get everything settled. And she said, I want you to do it. So I was blessed I got to see you and
Yeah, yeah,
spend some time with some really great people. So it was fun to spend time with Shirley, and
yeah,
we'll do it again this year.
yeah.
We'll just keep doing it.
So you're a year into it, and it's been busy.
Very busy. Our soft opening was, I opened the doors to veterans and first responders on day one. That
Oh,
was
that's
July 1.
That's awesome.
Those were free services the whole day. And then from then, we did a soft opening for friends and family only from July through November, and November 15th is our 1-year anniversary.
Nice.
So that's coming up, which is exciting. And so technically in business, we didn't have everything down until later in July, but we opened pretty quickly. We got our business license somewhere in June,
Okay.
and 3 weeks later we opened the doors with equipment from all over the world.
Yeah, there's a
So-
lot of amazing equipment here, so
Thank you.
I've got to experience some of it for sure.
I was really excited for you to try the red bed. It's an easy,
Yeah.
simple thing to get inside of, and you walk out with a feeling of
Oh, yeah, you
something
just-
different.
Yeah, you feel, it kind of feels like you've been at the beach for several hours. What do you think of that?
I like
Is
that
that a
analogy.
good analogy?
That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like that a lot.
Okay.
So of the ones here, like which ones are your favorites?
All of them are my favorites for
Okay.
different reasons, but the one I use most is the Brain Tap. It's the one that probably one of the least expensive things we have in the building. It's a brain fitness therapy, and the older we get, the more stressed we are, the more electromagnetic fields we have around us, and the more kids we have, the more everything, you find that you want to feel good again. And
Yeah.
everything in wellness starts with your brain, I believe. So
And
it's been great for me.
Yeah, and I remember coming in, I don't remember, earlier this year, I think it was earlier this year, and you had me do the brain tap, and it was on such a bad day. I was having a very, very bad day. And I remember you going, like I was 15 years older than I mean, biologically,
Yeah.
just like you did the scan beforehand, and then we did it afterwards, and my body was still older than I am. But it took off
But
10
you
years.
felt so much different, right?
Yeah, like about 10 years of I don't understand all that, but
Yeah. So, and the report that I did is a heart rate variability report. All medical, we all
Right.
track heart rate variability. So
Yeah.
it just showed your biological age, your stress index, your inflammation in your body, and it's all based on how the blood flows through your body. So it's not some kind of, as they call it, woo-woo wellness
Yeah.
modality that tricks you into believing. I have a lot of people that say, so what is this? And I said, everything we do in here, I track and measure it.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest piece for me to walk into this space and create a disruption to the wellness industry was we have to start showing the scientific and medical backing of the things
Right.
that we do.
Yeah.
It's one thing to get on a Revive mat, take a nap, and get up and you go, well, of course I always feel better when I take a nap.
right.
Yes, and I felt the same way the first time I did it, until they told me there was a measurement report, and then I was all in. And I tested them 5 times in the same weekend to
Yeah.
make sure. I made them do it over and over and over again just to show me. I actually found the Brain Tap a couple of years ago, long before I did this. I was speaking at an expo, an international expo down in LA, and it was a big chaotic, just, it's a lot going on in a
Sure, I
100,000 square
imagine.
foot building, and
Yeah.
people from all over, and it was noisy and chaotic, and all I cared about is I had just finished speaking. I was freezing cold. I was wearing a dress and high heels, and I'd been on my feet for hours.
Yeah.
And I saw someone cuddled up on those warm, yummy blankets and a black mat and they looked like they were sleeping. And I was like, whatever they're doing, I want that. So I plopped on it, and that's honestly,
wow.
that's the one I use still today most. The other modalities that I can tell you emphatically, if somebody is having a bad day and they don't feel well and they're incredibly sluggish, they have anything with energy issues.
Yeah.
I love to put them in the red bed. I love to put them in our lymphatic massage suit. That is called an experience. You go inside of that and you come out in cloud 9 and you're just like, whoa, that's different. And so I get giddy over each one. I love to see people walk out and see an immediate result.
Yeah.
They feel good, and for a few days after, their body's detoxing stuff that they couldn't get out because they couldn't get themselves into a parasympathetic state. And everyone says, does it fix this? Does it do this? The answer is it doesn't do anything. Neither do I. I'm not the blame for it, why anybody gets better. And neither is any of this equipment in here. We help your body get into its optimal wellness shape. And these are the words that we should be using both in medical and in wellness.
Optimal wellness.
We put your body into a position that it can turn around and start healing itself.
Yeah.
We have to start addressing that. I feel like that's when a doctor says, well, this is the way you have to go or you're going to die. I think that's unfair. I think the doctor should say, and this is judgment, sorry, but they should say, as far as I know, right, that's a better way of saying it because we used to believe the world was flat.
Yeah.
So I think we should be able to say, right, I think we should be able to say, you know, this is my expertise, this is my lane, and once you're out of my lane, I'm going to recommend that you go look for some other solutions.
That would be good, yeah.
Right.
And I do know holistic healing is more about, it's based on the assumption your body will know how to heal if given the proper tools.
Right.
And the proper environment to do it. So, yeah.
And holistic is supposed to be whole human.
Yeah.
And a lot of the holistic approaches are not. So we just use a lot of words. We use holistic, we use integrated, we use all kinds of things. That's why I use the word natural. Because what we're trying to do, nature inspired, is your body naturally healing itself by getting into a couple pieces of equipment to get your body to shake it up a little bit. And then your body kicks in and starts doing the work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
that
fun.
lovely lymph drainage. I love it.
Right. The lymph drainage is amazing. Our wellness, we call it the extreme wellness throne back there because I have a silly sense of humor. That one I love because when someone comes in and they're really not well and they've got some things to get out of their body, I know that they're going to see something come out. I'm a show me girl.
Yeah.
And you'll see things come out of the body. Don't know what it is, don't care. But when you don't feel good, you get in there and when you come out, you can see stuff in the water, in the bottom.
Wow.
You feel like you're really making a difference.
Yeah.
And when you don't see stuff in the water, it's the best day. Because, you know, there might still be something in there, but you don't see colors to show you that stuff is still happening, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to you showing us around a little bit.
Yeah. So this is my lymphatic massage experience. I did a couple of things. I told you I'm a gadget girl. So the massage itself is absolutely phenomenal. It's very much like we get in here and it doesn't look very comfortable. I promise, it's amazing. So you get strapped in from your feet all the way up and your arms. This even goes behind your shoulders. So it's literally from full body. And then we do the head experience as well. So we actually address the head lymphatics, which no one seems to that I've seen in the way that we were trained. So this is from New Zealand, and they have a different way of addressing things. And I really love that they geek out on teaching this at a really deep level, and they tell us Americans don't know anything about wellness compared to them. So I love learning from them. But as you feel, this is phenomenal, right? Yeah, so what you're feeling there are frequencies that go through it. So I'm leading a study on frequency-driven lymphatic massage for both companies to partner up together and do more. That's the machine, and what it does, so everyone says this feels lovely. What it's doing, if you start your body from the beginning of time, we would get into a fight or flight once, maybe twice in our lifetime back then. You know, saber-toothed tiger moment. If you survived it, you might get a second shot.
You want to go back there and look at it?
Back
No?
then,
Okay.
when you're able to let go and you've survived that fight or flight moment,
Right.
you can immediately walk out into the beautiful clean sun. You can eat something healthy. You can drink some pure water. You can walk out, because back then we had bare feet, and you'd walk
Right.
out on the dirt, and
On
the
the dirt,
minerals
yeah.
and the energies and the frequencies from the earth would then bring that amygdala override, the fight or flight that triggers cortisol, that triggers us to protect ourselves.
Right.
And not feel like, I don't want to kill that fluffy animal, right? It takes all of that out because you're digging your feet into those minerals and into that feeling. And so what this is doing is very similar to that. It's like having your worst day when you were here that day, and you walk out of a situation where you're just raging,
Mm-hmm.
and you drive up to Lake Tahoe. You take your shoes off and you dig your feet into that beautiful hot sand on a
Right.
cool day,
Yeah.
and you let that cold water wash up on your feet. That's what this feeling does to put your body into a sympathetic state, a parasympathetic state,
Yeah.
and take you out of the amygdala override. So,
Yeah.
and that's just, you don't have to have a bad day to come in here and do it, but it puts your body into a just Gumby,
Yeah.
right? You're just relaxed. And then when you come out of it, you feel great. And then for the next couple days, your body just does its own work. It just opens up the lymphatic system and lets things drain the way they're supposed to.
Right.
But this just adds a little bit of
Yeah.
fun to our days. And
Yeah.
we do, when there's a group of us,
I love it.
we
I'm
fight
feeling
over
it.
getting into this equipment. It's pretty funny. Yeah, we're like, I'm going in today.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
nah, I'm going.
So what company is this from? And
This one's Flowpresso. So they're,
Flowpresso?
Yeah, Flowpresso is from New Zealand.
gotcha.
And they have some distributors here in town that are pretty phenomenal. They're brilliant people.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We're actually going in December to work with them.
Awesome.
So
I love
yeah,
that.
live. They'll be here in America playing around and training us. So,
Nice.
very
Nice.
excited.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah,
Feels
yeah.
great. Okay.
Let's see. I think we'll go to the next one.
Yep.
So we have a couple of different options. We won't dig into what the equipment looks like because it's not so super pretty in there, but you can see we have different body sculpting modalities, abilities to help your body grow muscle, lose fat, both with cryo and with frequency driven. So we have not just these two, we have several different pieces that help you lose weight, sculpt your body, do more,
Yeah.
feel better, look better, right? That's when you start feeling better, you start automatically dropping inches. Some people are doing the GLP-1s. Their body, literally their skin will just hang off them because what do you do with the excess fat when you lose fat that fast? And the answer is it gets pretty yucky.
Mm.
So we have ways of, one, tightening up the skin, which is great. And or if you don't want to do those things and put chemicals in your body, then your next option is to do cryo sculpting. The Pagani is the only one I know of that does permanent fat reduction, other than I think there's another one, Cool Sculpting, but ours is a massage and it feels great. This Cool Sculpting I know can leave some downtime. It's a couple of days downtime. Ours is zero downtime, zero pain. We sculpt the body per sessions, and we're pretty careful about what we do.
Yeah.
So
That's very cool.
yeah, so this is a fun room. It definitely brings us our,
Yeah.
and as you see, you in a single or a double, just happens
Maybe
to
2 or
align
3
with
or
what we
4.
do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only
awesome.
that's the only kind of marketing we do, because that also talks about your wellness, right? When
Right.
you have a double chin, you're either staring at your cell phone too much. You should also
Like
have
everyone,
a sore neck,
Right.
and or you have a double chin because while you're doing that and the stress from your head, it gathers here. So you end up sticking your lymphatic system
So your lymphatic system is,
stuck in that spot.
yeah, that does not surprise me.
So we teach people how to address that at home.
Yeah.
Again, we've got all kinds of things. We can kickstart. You can do things
Yeah.
at home. We can be your advanced side and do the rest at home.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes
be
your
proactive
body
at
just
home.
needs the extra,
Or
help,
just to hear
you
the
know.
answers, right? Just to
Right.
hear, hey, you might want to address that.
yeah.
Simple things.
sure.
Sometimes it's cosmetic, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's genetic.
Yeah.
So this is our full body red light therapy. This is another
Yeah.
one of those that'll get me very excited and giddy. This is, it does near infrared and far infrared. This is actually a cool thing. Let me show you. You can adjust this by, I'm not sure if it's gonna This will just show you the countdown and it'll pop on. But it's full body, head to toe. This will infuse a 400-pound man with light therapy, which is awesome. So it's near infrared, far infrared.
So it goes all the way through the body.
It'll
basically.
penetrate your body, yeah. That's what he says.
Woo.
So there you go. Let there be light,
Yeah.
right? And look how beautiful this is when it opens up. So pretty. And this isn't harmful for short periods of time. We do wear goggles and glasses normally, but it puts on a really great picture for the camera. And we actually adjust frequencies, the intensity, all of that. We have multiple fans all over the room to keep you cool while you're in there.
Yeah.
Red light therapy is not meant to make you hot and sweaty. Red light therapy is meant to go deep within for this machine.
Yeah.
And
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did one.
I feel like you're super relaxed, right?
Yeah.
That's the best explanation.
Yeah.
And then
It does feel like, I think I said like 3 hours at the beach or something like that, but
yeah.
can't get to the beach every day.
Good
And then
morning.
sometimes it's not warm.
And
So
behind
there you
you, these are from South Africa. These are the machines that we were most excited about getting because I asked all of the biohack world, what's the best machines on the market available today, period.
Okay.
And the answer was these. So these are our extreme wellness throne, we call them, because no one wants to call them a HOCATT. Tony Robbins is all over the internet talking about how amazing this machine is. He's in there all the time. These Hugos he takes with him. You can literally see his personal trainer walking around with it behind him at all of his events.
Interesting.
Because it's an amazing immediate result with a high-powered spark gap technology magnet. This magnet is phenomenal at removing inflammation.
We can walk over here a little bit.
Yeah. It's prettier from, I guess, this side.
Yeah.
But this is, you get inside of this machine, the Hugo is attached to it. Your head is out. As you see, we have, again, fans all over the building.
Right.
And the equipment, so you get oxygen. You get 10 different healing modalities in a 30-minute HIIT session inside of this.
My goodness.
You can burn up to 600 calories in a 30-minute session, depending on the work that we're doing. You also open it up and you'll see, which is really fun. We always have our little packs together each time. If you'll pull that side,
Yep.
you'll actually be able to see. Chromotherapy should come on. We'll see. I think I just turned it off, possibly. So the radio frequency waves, these different tubes blow in different, so the ozone, we monitor them, their heart rate while they're in there at all times. We check blood pressures. Like it's a pretty advanced piece of equipment.
Yeah.
We do all kinds of great stuff. The athletes, so we talk a lot about athletic performance. Athletes to be able to regenerate and recover quickly so they can keep going, break their records, do more. They use a lot of this equipment.
Yeah.
People that are not well, these are in several different critical care clinics. I call it critical care, not true critical care, but just people that are really trying hard to get well from something that we
From
don't
something
want.
that's serious. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're in a few locations in the country, not many.
Yeah.
So we're honored to have them. Excited
that's
to
awesome.
use them when we get a chance.
A very unique opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives,
To be able to do it.
gives Reno a chance to do things that other states are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I chose specifically because of the cool logo, and the owner of the company goes around and trains Hyperbaric employees around the country at the hospitals. So
Okay.
he's really smart. He says this is a leading edge unit. You get to sit or lay down in there. You can do anything you want. You can come in, you can work, you can sleep, you can whatever. And so I bought this one specifically because of the logo. We treat a lot of veterans, first responders, so on.
Right.
It's a cool looking unit, yes, but it just looks very official. And he says it's a better unit than far superior, he says, than all the others that are on the market. And I paid a substantial amount different to make sure we had a quality unit.
That's awesome.
I love it. We have people
awesome.
come in. We support everybody in all levels. So you hear me talk a lot about athletes and just average people coming in.
Right.
But we do have people who are working on certain challenges like cancers, Lyme, mold, parasites, like very, very serious things that they can't get relief from somewhere else. a lot of this equipment supports them and makes them feel
Yeah.
better, if not helps to extend what they're doing and work harder.
Yeah.
This is one of them. Some people can come in incredibly sick after their chemotherapy or after their we call them pushes from Lyme support, and they climb inside of this and they come out and they're just like, I feel good. They're like, I don't know, I think I'm going to throw up in your machine. I'm like, well, take a bag with you, right? Take a bag. I'm not shy.
Because the detox happens so quickly? Is that kind of it?
No, it's because the medications they're taking
because the medication. Okay.
So when they come in and they're that sick and they're in that much pain, to put them inside of something and watch them come out going, whoa, that's over, is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah,
Not
and I
always.
know, like someone that I've had on the podcast several times, Kara Stoltenberg, who had a brain injury. She did buy I don't know what brand it was, a hyperbaric chamber, so that she could get in it every day to help heal it was a
like
really
that?
serious brain injury. Yeah.
It's incredibly important to keep them in the oxygen. I work with a couple different brain organizations. That's where I learned about the circadian rhythm. Was a top neuroscientist in the world. He's world renowned. Was the one that was like, follow the circadian rhythm. I'm like, what's that?
Oh yeah.
Really, it's that simple. So why don't we know these words and learn them in school? Or if I did, I didn't pay attention in that class.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is amazing for brain health, for body health, for athletic performance, for physical recovery. We just had a fireman. In fact, he's scheduled today. So he had surgery a couple weeks ago. He started prior to his surgery and comes every day that he can. And he's from another state. So he comes all the way here from somewhere else, hundreds of miles away, and jumps in the hyperbaric because he knows what heals.
Yeah.
And he's not the only one. We have hundreds of first responders and medical practitioners coming in here. It's not.
Yeah, I love that.
They understand what the equipment does, and they love using it.
Yeah,
helps.
we had
If we
another
can increase
we had
the
another
odds
session
10%.
on that too, about the first responders and having so much more PTSD inducing events
Right.
than the average human.
Well, if we put it in perspective, and it's not saying anybody has any less or any more, but a first responder is in wartime every day if they're in a certain city in this country.
Yeah.
Right? Not everyone, every day, everywhere, but if we really look at what they go through on a daily basis, it's amazing. Firefighters, for instance, leave their families once a week. They have a breakup from their family once a week. And then they have a reconnection, right? But they have to literally leave and go stay somewhere else for days.
Right.
If you have trust issues, you're really in trouble. If you have family issues, you're really in trouble.
Right.
Then on top of that, you get a fire drill and you've got a few minutes to be dressed, out of your bed, dressed. I don't care what's going on in your world, in your personal life. You need to be in that rig and going to save someone's life or structure immediately, right? The officers are on guard all day long, everywhere. Security guards all the way to police officers. They are on watch at all times, every day. Veterans at least got to retire from their wartime stuff that they did. But once you train your brain, you can't unlearn what you've learned.
No.
You just have to learn to take the trauma out of your body and your brain from what you learned. That's really hard to do. And I understand it. I'm by no means the expert at it, but I can tell you we've helped a lot of people take the trauma of what you've seen, whether you're a first responder, a child, it doesn't matter. We've all had something that was the worst thing we've ever seen. Right?
Yes.
We've all seen it. So if we can do that and maintain our health no matter what we see or what we go through, it's important for humanity, not just us, not our lives, not our families, but really it's kind of our obligation to get through whatever it is we see. We were barbaric humans from the beginning. We're just a much softer society today. So how did they do it and we can't?
Right.
How did our ancestors do that?
Yeah.
The answer is, I believe, getting back to nature.
Well, nature was so much more accessible. It's like nature's getting less and less accessible in this world we're living in.
Yeah.
And even if it's there, no one's paying attention to it. So, yeah.
And then, of course, the revives and the brain health, which are my favorite. And then we do some other detox stuff here. This is sort of our living room area where I want people to come in, drop your shoes, curl up with a favorite blanket and a pillow, and really
Yeah.
just be. And we play frequencies through the building for love and healing. I think it's very important that we do that. We just teach people to get comfortable and show them what healthy is supposed to feel like.
Yeah, I love
right? That warm, cozy feeling when we're curled up next to the fireplace on a cold winter day.
Oh, for sure. That's the best
How
feeling.
often do we get those?
Yeah.
Right?
I just turned on the heat last night, so it was the first time.
There you go. And
our cozy area.
Yeah.
Can you show us the brain tap?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, it's my favorite piece of it. Revive chair. So this is a whole different piece of it, but this is sort of the quick example of what we do with our HRV. We'll show you your biological age and your brain health overall. And then we have all of our iPads have over 3,000 sessions inside the app. This is the brain tap itself. When you turn it on, it's fully adjustable. You see the red and blue lights on the inside. And then back here, you'll see that there's another area where the blue lights flash. So when you put this on, all you do is put it on your head, lean back, take a couple big deep breaths, and just listen. That's all you have to do. There's no work
Not
to
hard.
it.
Not hard at all.
And most people fall asleep and have a beautiful nap, and others go, that was cool. I like it. Right? It's just great.
Yeah.
To each their own, and it's hardwired because I don't really like the Bluetooth. I'm really big on less EMFs on our bodies, but you get a warm, cozy blanket. You want to demonstrate for us?
Sure.
She's done this before.
I have, and it's
Awesome.
always awesome. So, all right.
All right, and then I always
Look at me
come
sitting
back.
in a chair. I'm so fancy.
I know. I'm going to put you back and let you relax.
Okay.
How's that? Comfy?
Yes.
All right.
Uncross the feet. I remember that. Okay.
Well, for the HRV, but you
All
can
right.
do whatever you need. And then go ahead and put that on. And just for fun, I'll just hit whatever's on here. Whatever these are, stop asking. Go ahead and put your visor down.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. How's that? All right. Sorry, Mary, I'm going to make you get up now. That was fun.
That's so fun. Thank you for showing us around. That was fun. What's next? Like, what's the next step in the journey here with Nature Inspired Therapies?
The immediate future is we're expanding, almost doubling the size of this location here. I have a couple of locations within a 50-mile radius that want to launch immediately as a franchise. I have other locations across the country that want to open, and this had to be whole and complete and perfect first.
Yeah.
And a good, stable atmosphere so that we could duplicate our process. And our goals are to get places like this where someone can walk in very easily, right? We're in a retail situation.
Right.
It's not exactly a med spa. We don't even try to be a med spa. We want people
Right.
to come in, get your wellness in 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the most, and get back out the door so we don't stress you out to take time away from your life to make sure that your wellness is in place.
Yeah, I love
every
that.
day, focusing on yourself, valuing your health.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, let me share one quick thing. We didn't talk about it, but in the wellness world, we always think we have to take a day off to go to the med spa. We have to go take an hour off to go get a massage. We have to take time away from whatever we're doing. That means you're creating a space of lack to go take care of yourself. So we shame ourselves when we go take that time. Not everybody does, but for those of us that are really busy, I have, 20, 30 massage gift certificates somebody's given me along the way in the last, 5 years. And they're still sitting there because I don't take the time to go get a massage. I would always, and I do, take the time to get into these modalities because I know that it creates a long-term effect of something I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
When you have brain damage as a child, the statistics are against you to not have dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of athletes with concussions. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. So people can, in fact, come in here. It's a short period of time. It's less than a lunch break. Get what they need and go back out the door. They can stop by on the way to work. They can stop by on the way to another doctor's appointment. And that's what they do. We have people from all over the world coming in here. So I know this equipment is amazing. It's at least considered some of the best in the country, if not in the world. And I did bring stuff in from, you know, South Africa, New Zealand, Italy, India,
Wow.
Korea. I'm sure I'm forgetting somewhere else, but it gives you an idea that, like, I tried to create something that if I look you in the eyes and say, I think I can help, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Right? That's the best. So when
Yeah.
someone does that and they come in and they do a quick hit session, they get back out and I can show them a measurement report, they really feel like they're doing something for themselves. So
Right.
we're priding ourselves on get in here, do something quick, and get back outside so you can have a better day. Just like you,
Right.
the day you were here. I didn't want
Right.
to bring that up, but
Yeah, no,
you know,
it
you were
was
like,
good.
oh, and I said, just try it, and you never know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Every person's different. We are literally one genetic makeup of cells that has never been created in the history of humanity and will never be created again. So this whole idea of 1 in a million is a complete joke and makes us play small. So if we have that genetic makeup, then we should be treating ourselves and our vehicle, the only vehicle we've been given in this lifetime.
Right.
This is it. It's all we've got.
Right.
Better than we treat our vehicle we drive every day. We change the oil on a regular basis because we know it'll make the engine last longer. We put in good gas that they recommend because we know it will increase the efficiency and help the engine last longer.
Right.
We make sure that we put wiper fluid in it or change the brakes and change
Right.
the tires.
Right.
We don't do any of that for ourselves. We feel shamed when we do that.
Take
so
care of
it's
ourselves.
important for
Yeah.
us to start treating this vehicle as valuable as it is. Right?
Yeah.
So that's my concept, is just this is the only one we have. And if we wear it out too soon, it's like buying your favorite car, forgetting to put good gas in it, forgetting to change the oil, don't bother putting any good antifreeze in it, put a brick on the pedal, put it up on stands, and see how long that car is going to last.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're doing to our bodies. So,
Yeah, America runs on stress.
sadly, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So sorry, I wanted to.
No, yeah, it's true. It's very true. So, and I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this podcast to begin with, is people don't know about that there even are different options available to them and different things that are very helpful. And I've had my own journey of like not doing well at all. And I think I'm still there because like I'm still not optimized to where I think my health needs to be, but
We're all
you know,
a work in progress.
it's a journey for sure.
We're all
but
a work in progress.
Yeah.
I'm by no means the epitome
Yeah.
of health, but I do try, right?
Yeah.
I try. And I have a little
Yeah.
bit easier access than others. It'll just take
Yeah.
me a minute to say
Yeah.
something. But no, we all have work to do.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just doing what you know to do or what you have access to.
Right.
And most of us don't even do that.
Well, and that's
So,
a big piece
you know,
of it. Even
but-
though this is we have leading edge stuff, when
Yeah.
someone comes in here, I'll grab one of my books from the 80s and go, okay, so this is what it says. Try it at home. You don't need to, we have a membership. It's incredibly low to get people to
Right,
come in and
right.
spend time in here. The membership allows you to go through my library, allows you to play with some of these things anytime you want to drop in and do it, which is great, unlimited.
Which is amazing, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the advanced modalities, those are a dramatically discounted cost if you're one of our members, right? If you're dedicating to yourself, I'm going to meet you halfway,
Right.
which is awesome, right? If you say I want to be better, then the prices go down dramatically,
Yeah.
right? If you
I
want to
love
work
that.
towards this.
It's very
Not everybody can
reasonable.
afford it, so the average person can't afford to get the wellness that the 1%ers, the billionaires, the superstars, the Tony Robbins, the
Right.
juniors, you know, all these guys that are using this type of equipment for professional athletes
Mm-hmm.
and billionaires that have been able to use this type of stuff forever
Right.
because they can afford it. Now it's available to the average person because
Yeah.
we're just a membership. We all get to collaborate. It's kind of a health collaborative, I guess.
Health collaborative.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's super fun for me. But
love it.
it just allows people to do a little bit more. And I give them a ton of things to do at home without me being a part of it. They don't have to pay me for everything. We'll give you a whole list of stuff to try at
Yeah.
home and start thinking about yourself again. Be proactive in your wellness.
Right, and I think people in general, it just feels like they're tired of, they're not feeling good. People are not feeling good. It almost doesn't even matter the generation anymore.
No.
We're not feeling well.
Right.
And so there's that thing of wanting to feel better and not have to, you know, struggle as we're doing.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times when I do the HRV report, you were just talking about not feeling well, I will do a heart rate variability on someone. This weekend, for instance, there was a woman at the
Reno Startup Week.
The Reno Startup Week. They came out in 85% delta brainwaves. You should be on your best day of your life in an 85% delta in the middle of the night, between 10 at night and 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
for optimal brain health. She's trying to walk around as a person trying to start a business,
Yeah.
sleepwalking,
Yeah.
forcing herself just to stay awake, let alone not being, I can't imagine how difficult that day was for her. So
Yeah.
it was awesome to watch that turnaround.
Yeah.
Those are the moments.
Yeah,
that
that's
gets me
awesome.
giddy.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I went, I've never seen anyone in 85% delta, ever. And I've done
Wow.
a lot of those. So it was fun to, that's
Yeah.
the piece, right? It doesn't matter
Right.
what age, and she was young. She was young. But clearly didn't sleep well the night before.
Right.
When you're in delta in the middle
Yeah.
of the day, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Which I have that problem.
Right. Well, we all do.
You know,
Because
like-
we don't get solid sleep like we
Yeah.
used to.
Something-
Follow
yeah.
the basic circadian rhythm.
Right.
It's free information all over the internet. Just follow what's supposed to work for humanity.
Yeah, the
We
circadian
don't have to fight
rhythm.
the system.
Sleep from 10 to 2 is what I keep hearing
Yeah,
for brain health.
it's a big deal.
And then brain health leads to body health. Yes.
Yeah, it all starts somewhere.
So tell everyone how they can reach you.
You can reach me at, we are obviously located at 969 West Moana Lane here in Reno on the corner of Lakeside and Moana. Everyone knows that intersection because we have some of the coolest restaurants and places to be here, including Moana Nursery. You can also reach us by phone, 775-440-1001. And our website is natureinspiredtherapies.com. And our email address, we made it really difficult, natureinspiredtherapies@gmail.com.
Nice.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
And
thanks
we
for
look
coming
forward
on.
to having people come through and get to know what we're doing.
Yeah, love it. Thank you.
you.
Appreciate you. Did you like that? You can watch more episodes here. Subscribe over here. We actually have new episodes with awesome guests every Thursday, so check back in. Is that all?